Colin King.
Mr Chair, thank you very much. It's with great consideration that I take this call. We've got a bill in front of us that doesn't sit comfortably with me, but I guess that we've all been in select committees from time to time where we have had a view about a bill that gets the majority vote and goes forward. And I just want to grab this opportunity to support those people who have put forward SOPs, because in the context of it all, when you look at the bill as it stands, there certainly doesn't provide me with sufficient comfort that the principles and the values that the individual may hold are taken adequately into consideration. So when we look at the bill there on clause 5A, where it applies to section 29, is amended, subclause 2 talks about it without limiting in generality the subsection, subclause 1, no celebrant who is a minister of religion, and then it goes on and talks about authorised organisations, approved organisations, and there's no doubt been some work given and thought applied to that particular bill, and it stands comfortably with me that we need to clarify that so that there is a level of certainty that the individual's view, and I can think of many people out there who, as an MP, we've all supported to become a celebrant, and yet they are not actually associated with any organisation, authorised organisation as it says, or a church. And on that basis, I think it's very important that members of the House here, as we go forward on a very serious matter that involves a whole lot of ramifications, that we do look at those SOPs that are tabled and consider that we support those bills. Now, my particular situation is that I've chosen to support a bill that has been put forward by Tim McIndoe and Mark, and it encapsulates, I believe, the most essential elements that would add value to the bill, and I do acknowledge William Seo over there as well. It's heartening to those of us who find the bill somewhat challenging to actually see that when it does go through, that it will be given the clarity and certainty to those people who have to administer it in one shape or form, and I acknowledge those other speakers, especially Chester Burrows, who talked about giving these people a good solid platform on which they can actually, if approached by people of the same sex who want to be married, can decline gracefully, because we appreciate that there is elements of society that needs to be considered in such way. So, Mr Speaker, when we look at the actual preamble to the bill, it talked about the level of people who are actually married at registry office. It talks about 23%, 32% in churches or organisations, and 45% by individual celebrants. So on that basis, I would urge the House to seriously consider the SOPs that have been put forward with a view to adding special clarification to the individual's right to say whether they will or will not. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
If no other member is seeking the call, I think it would be helpful to the House if I explain the process a little bit from this point on. Because I'm going to commence the voting without a closure,